and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at CenturyLink Field in downtown Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
This is Mostert. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And it's third down.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 30.
54 Mike, 54 Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 49ers' 41-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check, lucky. 14, brought it. Check 37. Switch.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Bang out. Mike 54. I'm on.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
It's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Carr. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Complete to Debo Samuel.
These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the number 1 seed. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Carr. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Mostert, the ball carrier. Marquise Blair on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
End of the first quarter with no score.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now Carr. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Mostert. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. First down and a little extra for Mostert. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He gives it off to Carson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, it's Carson.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd down, Carson, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Flush to his right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
On 2nd down, Mostert. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero, Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mostert. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
The 49er ball.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
25-yard line.
54. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Big stop, G. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
They run it with Carson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. D Ford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
A 31-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
Niners
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
To throw again on second down. Carr. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. From midfield, here's Carr. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Watch your slap, watch your slap. Watch your slap. Hey, 734. Express.
On first down, Carr. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. To throw again, Carr. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Samuel, incomplete. It's third down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Carr again. Completes it to Samuel. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run again with Carson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Good gain by Chris Carson. Picks up a first down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
The throw complete to Dorsett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Carr. He'll get this complete to Charlie Werner. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, Can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Seahawks' 49-yard line.
A third quarter now at a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Carr now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Here's Mostert. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 on the Seahawks' 39-yard line.
2nd and 11.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Niners 10, Seahawks 9.
Now Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. K'Wan Williams, the one that got him down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The throw over the middle, taken in. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion, but this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
I'm coming after you. I'm 36 power. Right there. 54. Right there.
Throwing again. Wilson. A pass underneath for Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, Carson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now left side on the swing pass. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
35-yard line.
You ain't going nowhere. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He finds Dorsett, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
The pickup. It's second and inches at the 14-yard line.
This is Carson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now it's Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
They'll try the left side. It's Carson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Taken down right.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
A 39-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Kittle, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, man. Big series right here. It's a safety crew. Mark 54.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw, Carr. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
A gain of 19 yards. And the 49er first down.
To throw is Carr. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there getting the